let's look at the board structure of our state-owned institutions. The board structure of our state-owned institutions are basically politically characterized, and effectively, this has a build-up into performance. Now, I ask myself so many questions. Are there some KPIs, key performance indicators, that we look out for from the board when they are appointed? Do we really look at information asymmetry? And if I say information asymmetry, I'm looking at financial information, how it trickles down from the boardroom all the way to the operational level for decision making. Do we look at that? And I can tell you that I'm yet to see all these things. And there is a World Bank report exercise going on state-owned institutions' performance across the globe. And clearly, most of them can be described with the character I've provided. And effectively, it tells you that, yes, there's something missing in our environment. What gets worried is the direct cost incurred. And I understand, there's been that kind of improvement in the losses as compared from 2019. You look at 2020, there seemed to be an improvement, about 50% a reduction in the losses. But I'm telling you that this shouldn't be the case, in a sense that in as much as we don't expect most of the state-owned institutions to be profit-making ventures, the minimum we expect from them as stakeholders will be possibly to break even. To break even in the sense that the moment you pick on a liability, which is borrowing, you should make sure that that liability is converted directly into assets, which can easily build up into the performance that we look out for. So when we talk about efficiency, so you've borrowed more or less serving as input, and then possibly how you convert this amount this money that you're borrowing, you've borrowed into maybe kind of profit or possibly to break even. But then do we see that? We don't really see that. And then one aspect of the liabilities that is also worrying is the short-term liability. You see, the serious thing about some of these entities is that if you're accumulating liabilities and they are going into assets, right, which has long-term prospects, no problem. But if your liabilities are turning up to be short-term, that means possibly your employers, you're not even paying them. Then the question is, how do you pay these your employers and motivate them? Let's also question how the employees get engaged and the contract that are given to them and the possible expectations of them. Most of them are politically inclined. And so for me, with the SOEs, I think we have a lot of work to do in that area. We need to put down measures that will require, those who are appointed, be it the CEOs, the board, and all those, some benchmarks, and possibly look at how we can even tie their salaries. I know most of them are taking about more than 5-digit figures, when it comes to salary compensation. And so let's look at all these things, tie your performance to some of these indicators, and stop giving excuses like the environment has not, does not make provision for it.